My name is Michty and I'm freaking out. I thought before I was, well, I can't really figure it out. But I'm here to share the makeup I wore to the Green Day gig in this grungy Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. Green Day put on one of the most enjoyable live shows with crap tons of fun energy and silly business. So let's get this wacky show on the road. Cold turkey's getting stale, but it's two-face shadow insurance time as usual. I'm going all around the orbital bone really far out from the eyeballs for the incoming onslaught of eyeshadow. One light, one mind flashing in the dark, blinded by the silence of 1,000 broken hearts, so I slammed down some Inglot number 111R all through my crease for a neutral peachy dusting of the middle and deepest shades. For crying out loud, she screamed unto me, use the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette shadow in Clementine. I'm taking that transition shade all the way through the crease, up into the inner crook and around to the outer corner with the same E25 Sigma blending brush. There's a drought at the Fountain of Youth and I'm dehydrated, so I applied the lightest peach shade of that Inglot shadow on the brow bone. I'm the son of rage and love, the Jesus of suburbia, thus we need Sugar Pill Suburbia, and I'm ramming that up into the crook with the same blending brush. I'm stage diving over into the pit of Sugar Pill Flame Point, getting all up in that nook and strumming it over towards the rest of the socket with some Kat Von D Clementine. Over through the effigy, the vast majority, with some more of the transition shade, and letting the crease color encase the outer eyeball, and softening the inner sanctum too. Up on the boulevard like a zip gun on parade, lights off a silhouette, his insubordinate. Thus I used more orange, which got lost in the mix, and shot that across with a tad more Clementine, while burning down the foreman of control. I'm off the wagon and I'm hitching a ride with the Makeup Forever Flash Palette, chasing the red shade and tapping it all over the mobile lid, up to the crease. Insurgency will rise when the blood's been sacrificed. Don't be blinded by the lies in your eyes. Just tap Sugar Pill Love Plus eyeshadow all over that cream base. Silence is an enemy against your urgency, so rally up the demons of your soul and blend out the red up into the crease with the Sigma E36 little fluffy brush. So I don't look like I'm an American idiot, I'm blending the edges of the socket with the Kat Von D Clementine shadow and used the blending brush to bring the red shadow higher up. Starry nights, city of lights, coming down over me with more flame point in that juicy crook under the brow. In a land of make-believe that don't believe in me, I want to bring the shadow further out and up, around the ocular area with the little fluffer and Big Daddy. On a steady diet of soda pop and Ritalin, the obvious next move is Makeup Geek's Bitten, and I took Mr. Fluffster at the external corner to darken up the outer half of the lid. This dirty town is burning down in my dreams, and it gave me the urge to flame that burgundy shadow through the socket for some depth. I'm the patron saint of the denial, with an angel face and a taste for suicidal, so I crammed the Makeup Geek Obsidian pencil up into the tight line and slashed it all over the lash line. I'm a teenage assassin executing some fun with the Zoeva 237 detail shader brush to blend out the pencil, and then I pressed on some Makeup Geek Bitten shadow to the outer edge, blurring the liner into the outer corner of the lid. King of the 40 Thieves, I'm here to represent that needle in the vein of the establishment and giving the upper lids a nice rim of Billy Joe style black liner in the cult of the life of crime. Forget-me-nots and second thoughts live in isolation, heads or tails and fairy tales in my mind, to finishing off the lower rim with obsidian and rubbing one out with a cotton bud. I'm that suicide commando that your mama talked about, so I buffed out that liner with more bitten and corrupt shadows, getting a really good 90s drug-addled eyeliner that Billy Joe loves to sport even till this day. To keep me insane doing someone else's cocaine, I buffed some bitten under all that blackened smear with the E36 little fluffster and circled that around to the upper crease. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around, with Makeup Geek Corrupt and bitten shadows to deepen up the socket. The rage and love, the story of my life, more love plus to blend the crease out without strife. Are we are, the waiting, unknown, but I'll end the suspense and tell you I buffed out with the Inglot Peach shadow and used Makeup Geek Bitten to drag the shadow low enough to cover my under eye circles. Raised in the city in a halo of lights, a flame point in the center. Welcome to the club and give me some blood and more love plus to brighten up that lid. Hearts recycled but never saved, from cradle to the grave, and a little more buffing out with the blending brushes. Well, don't get lonely now and dry your whining eyes, or just remove the fallout. I want a new conspiracy and the silence of 1,000 cries. Don't want to think about tomorrow, just want to moisturize with Embryolisse Let Crème Concentrate to prep my skin for foundation. Down with the moral majority, 'cause I want to be the minority, and I'm going for my personal preference of rowdy, thick, fluffy brows with the ashy powder from the Urban Decay Brow Box. Where the future and promises ain't what it used to be, I'm priming my face with L'Oreal Lumi Magique Pure Light Primer. I heard you crying loud, all the way across town, and I combed some tinted brow gel through my unruly eyebrows to really get 'em hairy and messed up. Don't want to think about tomorrow, it doesn't matter anyway, but I continued with the black into the tear duct with the detailed brush. Well, I heard it all before, so don't knock down my door. I'm a loser and a user, so I don't need no accuser. Just some bourgeois healthy mix foundation in 51. And the Body Shop shade adjusting drops in lightning. I sprayed some MAC Fix Plus and then pounded that into my face with a Beauty Blender sponge. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it wise. Just a little ambient lighting diffused powder for me around the center of the face. And I pressed in a little more around on the cheeks. I'm like a punk rocker on Labor Day. How the hell did I work so hard to perform this way? But I just blended out the edges of the eyes with the Inglot Light Peach shadows, really far out with the Sigma blending brush. I want to start a revolution. I want to hear it on my radio. I'll put it off another day. But the E36 blending brush came in for a shout. I'm running late to somewhere now that I don't want to be, and I'm chucking on some MAC Prep and Prime Lip. At the center of the earth in the parking lot of the 7-Eleven where I was taught, the motto was just a lie. I'm lining my lips with MAC Lip Pencil in Night Moth and filling them in all the way. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own, my head's above the rain and roses, making my way away with Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet in number 38. I'm like a child looking off on the horizon. I'm like an ambulance that's turning on the sirens, with MAC lipstick and cyber around the edge of the lips and smushing them together for a deep red gradient lip. If this is what you call the good life, I want a better way to die. Thus, I'm taking NYX Blush in Taupe for a severe contour all the way up to the temples. Looking down the edge of the world, lost in a tangle, it's freaking me out, so I took some more Clementine to drag that shadow lower. I never learned to read and write so well, but I can play the guitar until it hurts like hell, and slap on some Clinique blush in Smoldering Plum, angled up against the contour. Where the future and promises ain't what it used to be, some diffused light powder and Sugar Pill Taco matte white shadow is a good idea to sharpen up the cheekbones. 'Cause you've been searching for that someone, and it's me out on the prowl. As you sit around feeling sorry for yourself, I'm flapping the fan and drying off the fixing spray straight away. And thinking, how did a life on the wild side ever get so full? And there's nothing wrong with me. This is how I'm supposed to be. A free-for-all, fuck them all, you're on your own side. I don't feel any shame, I won't apologize. To try and slag me down, because I know you're right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lyrical gig get ready with me tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes. And if you want to send me a letter or something, I have my P.O. box in the description box.